The next section of the notes, you need to know how to find the multiplicity of a 0. Step 1, factor. Step 2, set them equal to 0 and solve. Step 3, to see what the multiplicity of 0 is, here you go. If you get the same answer twice, it has a 0 multiplicity of 2. If you get the same answer 3 times, it has a 0 multiplicity of 3. If you get the answer once, it's a 0 multiplicity of 1. Whew! That's a mouthful, isn't it? So what we want to do is we want to take a look at the example that they give us. And we have f of x, or y, equals x to the 4th, yada, yada, yada. Now you see how it says x to the 4th? Because it's x to the 4th, it should have 4 zeros. It should have 4 zeros, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to check it out to the best of our ability. So let's factor this. Step 1, take out a GCF of x squared. So you're left with x squared minus 2x minus 8. Next, factor it more. So you get x minus 4, x plus 2. Alright, step 1 is factor. Step 2, set each of these equal to 0. So we're going to set x squared equal to 0. We're going to set x minus 4 equal to 0. And x plus 2 equal to 0. And now we need to solve. Remember on this one, when you take the square root, you usually use plus and minus 0. But really there is no plus and minus 0, it just is 0. Over here you add 4, so x equals 4, and over here you add x equals negative 2. So can you see how this plus and minus here, it kind of quote-unquote happens twice, if you want to say it, okay? What we're going to write is we're going to talk about these different zeros. So, this happened twice. I'm going to put that in quotes. This happens 2 times, okay? And what happens 2 times? 0 happens 2 times. So it has what we call a 0 multiplicity of 2, because 0 happens at plus and at minus. Alright, x equals 4 happens once. So what we're going to do here, and here I'll put it the same, we'll keep it everything the same. This happens 1 time. So if 4 happens 1 time, we say it has a 0 multiplicity of 1, because it happens once. And let's keep moving on. See how x equals negative 2? This happens 1 time. So it as well has a 0 multiplicity of 1, because it happens once. So how many ever times it quote-unquote happens is what you say its 0 multiplicity is. Now count these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Didn't I tell you at the beginning it should have 4 zeros? That's because 0 happens twice, 4 happens once, and negative 2 happens once. We'll do the got it together in class. Unless you want to try it, you should get 3 different multiplicities. Next, if the graph of a polynomial function has several turning points, the function can have what we call a relative maximum, and it can have a relative minimum. A relative maximum is the value of a function at an up to down turning point. The relative minimum happens at a down to up turning point. We're going to learn how to use a calculator. In calculus, you're going to learn how to do these with these items that we call derivatives. Alright, we're not there yet, that's for sure. But these little turning points, these minimum and maximums, they're going to be so important to you come calculus. Alright, so here's your steps for your calculator. Let's